What if the most important objects in human history were never lost, only hidden? Buried beneath cities, sealed inside vaults, locked behind forgotten symbols, guarded by people whose names never appear in textbooks. For centuries, wars were fought, empires collapsed, and documents disappeared, all while something far more valuable remained out of sight. Ancient maps, coded manuscripts, sealed chambers, and vanished orders point to a story that was never meant to be told. Not a story of kings and battles, but of relics powerful enough to reshape belief, knowledge, and authority. And the question is no longer whether these artifacts exist. It is who has been protecting them and why. What if the most powerful artifacts in history have been hidden, guarded, and erased from time by secret forces we've never heard of? What if the legends and stories we've been told about our past are mere distractions, covering up the true history of humanity, one that is far more ancient and far more dangerous than we could ever imagine? Picture this: a long-forgotten relic, an object of unimaginable power, buried deep in the earth or locked away in a hidden vault, surrounded by those who would go to any lengths to keep its existence a secret. It's an unsettling thought, isn't it? That the key to understanding the mysteries of the past might be just out of our reach, obscured by powerful groups who have worked for centuries to conceal it from the world. As we dig into the history of secret societies and the enigmatic artifacts they've protected, we realize that we might have been looking in the wrong places all along. The idea of ancient relics, whether they're religious icons, sacred manuscripts, or long-lost treasures, has always captivated the human imagination. We've been told that these objects are symbols of faith, culture, or lost civilizations. But what if the truth is much darker, more complex, and far more hidden than we ever thought? What if these objects are not just artifacts, but keys to understanding a forgotten past and the powerful forces that shaped it? The question becomes, why would anyone want to hide such incredible artifacts? What could possibly be so dangerous about these objects that entire civilizations have gone to extreme lengths to conceal their existence? The answer, as we will soon discover, is tied to secret societies, groups that have operated behind the scenes of history, pulling strings and shaping events. For centuries, these secretive orders have been entrusted with guarding ancient knowledge, forbidden artifacts, and powerful relics that hold the potential to change everything we know about human history. In the early days of the Knights Templar, rumors began to swirl about the true nature of their mission. They were not just warrior monks fighting in the Crusades. They were the guardians of a powerful secret, one that went beyond their military objectives. They were tasked with protecting something much more significant than holy relics. The Templars, as some historians have speculated, may have discovered an ancient truth, a lost artifact, or a powerful symbol during their time in the Holy Land, something that was so dangerous that it could not be allowed to fall into the wrong hands. In the centuries that followed their dramatic downfall, their treasures and secrets vanished, and many believe that the most important of those treasures, perhaps the Holy Grail itself, was hidden away by those who succeeded them. But could it be that the Templars were only one chapter in a much larger story? A story that stretches far back into the depths of human history, to a time before recorded history itself? We can't ignore the possibility that there are those who have actively sought to suppress knowledge of these artifacts and their significance. Over the years, powerful groups like the Freemasons, the Rosicrucians, and even the Illuminati have been associated with the idea of preserving forbidden knowledge that could fundamentally alter our understanding of the past. These secret societies have long been rumored to be the protectors of lost artifacts, guarding them against those who would misuse their power. But what is it about these objects that makes them so dangerous? Why would secret societies go to such lengths to keep their existence hidden, even from the general public? Take the Holy Grail, for example. For centuries, it has been the subject of myths, legends, and countless search expeditions. But what if the Grail is not just a religious relic? What if it is the key to understanding an ancient and powerful secret, one that could rewrite everything we think we know about the origins of civilization? Many believe that the Grail holds the power to grant immortality or eternal wisdom. But what if it holds something even more significant? What if it's not just a symbol of spiritual enlightenment, but an artifact that could unlock hidden knowledge about the very fabric of reality itself? And what if this knowledge has been deliberately suppressed by those who believe that humanity is not ready for such a revelation? The mysteries surrounding these lost artifacts are not confined to the distant past. In fact, the search for powerful relics has continued into modern times, with various secret groups and powerful individuals searching for these objects in the shadows. The Nazis, for example, were famously obsessed with the occult and believed that artifacts like the Spear of Destiny could give them ultimate power. They weren't the only ones, though. Throughout history, other groups have sought to find and control these relics, believing that they hold the key to dominating the world. But what if the search for these artifacts is not just about power? It's about protecting something far more dangerous. Could there be a hidden agenda behind the centuries of secrecy, one that involves not just the preservation of history, but the control of its deepest, most powerful secrets? To understand this, we must also consider the role of secret maps and codes that have been left behind by those who sought to hide these artifacts. In the vast labyrinth of history, hidden clues can be found. Maps, symbols, and cryptic writings that lead to long-forgotten places where artifacts of great power are said to lie buried. Some of these maps have been discovered, but the true significance of their contents remains unclear. Why are certain locations marked? And what is the purpose behind the cryptic symbols that accompany them? Could it be that these hidden clues are meant to be deciphered only by those who possess the secret knowledge? Or are they simply a decoy designed to lead us away from the truth? As we follow the trail of these hidden maps, we begin to see a pattern, one that suggests that certain people throughout history have always known where these artifacts are and have done everything in their power to keep them hidden from the world. But where does this leave us today? Are we any closer to uncovering the truth? It seems unlikely that these ancient artifacts, if they truly exist, would simply reveal themselves to the public. The powerful forces that have kept them hidden for centuries are not going to give up their secrets easily. However, as the world changes and as new discoveries are made, the possibility of uncovering these long-lost treasures becomes more and more plausible. But the question remains, if we find these artifacts, what will we do with them? Are we ready to face the truth about our history and the powerful forces that have shaped it? And if we do unlock these secrets, what impact will they have on our future? In the end, it's clear that the search for lost artifacts and the secret societies that guard them is a mystery that is yet to be solved. The journey into the unknown continues, and with each new discovery, we come closer to uncovering the truth. But the deeper we dig, the more we realize that the truth may be something far greater and far more dangerous than we ever imagined. As we stand on the brink of discovery, one thing is certain. The secrets of history are out there, waiting to be uncovered, and the societies that have guarded them for so long may not be as hidden as they think. The question is, are we ready to find them? The Knights Templar, an order shrouded in mystery and surrounded by centuries of speculation. Founded in the early 12th century, this group of warrior monks quickly rose to power, becoming one of the most formidable military orders in medieval Europe. But while their role in the Crusades is well known, the true nature of their mission has been the subject of intrigue and conspiracy for centuries. What if their true purpose was not merely to fight in the Holy Land, but to guard something far more significant, something so powerful that it could change the course of history? Beneath the surface of their battles and their pious devotion, the Templars were rumored to be the custodians of an ancient secret, one that would alter everything we think we know about religion, power, and civilization. Their mission was simple on the surface: protect pilgrims on their journey to the Holy Land and defend the Christian faith against its enemies. But as they traveled through the ancient lands of the Near East, something began to change. It's said that during their time in Jerusalem, the Templars uncovered something buried beneath the foundations of the ancient city, something that had been hidden away for centuries. The details of what they found remain shrouded in mystery, but the implications of this discovery were profound. Was it the Holy Grail, as some believe, or was it something else entirely? An artifact with powers far beyond human comprehension? The legend of the Grail is intertwined with the Templars' story, but it's not just the Grail itself that captivates the imagination. The true mystery lies in the idea that the Templars, upon finding this powerful relic, chose to protect it at all costs, even if it meant secrecy, deception, and eventually, their downfall. Some believe that the Templars became so consumed with guarding the Grail and other sacred objects that they began to develop their own belief system, one that was distinct from the teachings of the Catholic Church. This belief system, it's said, included elements of Gnostic thought, ancient Egyptian religion, and even lost knowledge from the time of Atlantis. Could it be that the Templars, with their ancient connections to the mystic traditions of the East, were guarding not just physical artifacts, but secrets that could unlock a deeper, hidden history of humanity? As their power grew, the Templars amassed great wealth and influence, becoming a global force with vast land holdings and a network of castles, estates, and banks spread across Europe. But with such power came enemies. The Catholic Church, uneasy with the Templars' growing autonomy and their perceived threat to the established religious order, began to take notice. Rumors of heresy, occult practices, and secret knowledge began to circulate, culminating in the dramatic arrest of the Templars on Friday, October 13th, 1307, a day that would forever be associated with their downfall. The charges against them were severe: heresy, blasphemy, and the worship of false idols. But beneath the surface of these accusations lies a much deeper question. Why were the Templars targeted in the first place? Why were they forced to give up their power and their wealth? And why was their order disbanded with such urgency? Some historians believe that the Templars were not arrested for what they had done, but for what they knew. It's possible that the order was protecting knowledge that could shift the balance of power in Europe and beyond. Perhaps the Templars had uncovered a truth about the origins of Christianity, or perhaps they had discovered a secret artifact with the power to challenge the very foundation of the Church's authority. This could explain why King Philip IV of France, desperate for money and power, orchestrated the arrest of the Templar Knights. By eliminating the Templars and seizing their wealth, Philip could prevent any potential threats to his own reign. But more importantly, he could ensure that whatever secret the Templars were hiding remained buried. For centuries, the question of what happened to the Templars' treasures and knowledge has remained unanswered. Some believe that the Templars simply lost everything when their order was destroyed. Others argue that they managed to hide their most valuable relics, perhaps even the Grail itself, somewhere safe, away from prying eyes. In fact, there are many who believe that the Templars may have relocated their treasures to distant shores, far beyond the reach of the Church and the monarchy. Could the Templars have sailed across the Atlantic, bringing their relics with them to the Americas, where they could continue to protect them in secret? Some theories even suggest that the Templars founded secret colonies in the New World, hidden away from history, awaiting the moment when the world would be ready to rediscover the ancient secrets they had kept. In the centuries that followed the dissolution of the Templar Order, their legacy continued to haunt Europe. As the Freemasons emerged, many of their rituals and symbols seemed to trace their origins back to the Templars. Some researchers believe that the Freemasons were, in fact, the spiritual descendants of the Templars, inheriting their secret knowledge and continuing their mission to protect hidden artifacts and forbidden truths. The idea that the Templars' knowledge lived on within secret societies like the Freemasons raises an intriguing question. If the Templars did, in fact, possess knowledge that could alter the course of history, what did they know? And more importantly, what are the Freemasons and other secret societies still hiding from the world today? It's possible that the Freemasons, as one of the most influential secret societies in the world, have been guarding these ancient secrets for centuries. Could they be in possession of artifacts or knowledge that the Templars once protected? If so, what is the true purpose of these hidden relics? Are they just symbols of power, Or do they contain the keys to understanding the hidden history of humanity? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. These artifacts could be both objects of immense power and symbols of a long-lost civilization, one that existed before the rise of recorded history. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Templars, it becomes clear that their story is not just about lost treasure or secret knowledge. It's about a much bigger question: who controls the narrative of history, and what happens when that narrative is deliberately altered or suppressed? The Templars were not just guardians of artifacts. They were guardians of a truth that could challenge the very foundation of the world as we know it. In protecting these artifacts, they also protected the stories that could rewrite history, offering a glimpse into a forgotten past that could forever change the way we see the world. In the end, the true legacy of the Templars may not lie in the relics they guarded, but in the questions they left behind. What do they know about the ancient world? What was hidden in the caves beneath Jerusalem? And why were they so determined to protect it? Did they uncover a forgotten truth about the origins of civilization, one that could change everything we think we know about human history? These questions remain unanswered, but they are questions worth pursuing. Because, as we will see in the coming sections, the Templars were not the only ones who knew about these hidden artifacts. There are other forces, other secret societies, who have also been guarding powerful knowledge and relics, all of which are tied together in a vast, interconnected web of history that stretches across time and continents. And as we continue to search for these lost artifacts, we might just uncover a truth that has been hidden from us for millennia. Throughout history, secret societies have wielded an undeniable influence over the course of human events. These shadowy organizations, often operating behind the scenes, have shaped the fate of nations, religions, and even entire civilizations. But what if these societies were not merely power brokers manipulating political affairs, but rather keepers of a hidden history, one that holds the key to understanding the true origins of humanity? These groups, often dismissed as nothing more than conspiracies or superstition, may in fact be the guardians of ancient knowledge, secret artifacts, and forgotten truths that have been intentionally suppressed to maintain control over the masses. The roots of many of these secret societies can be traced back to the ancient world, where powerful elites sought to protect knowledge that was considered too dangerous or esoteric for the common people. The earliest known examples of secret societies come from ancient Egypt, where high priests and scholars were entrusted with guarding the sacred wisdom of the gods. These priests were the gatekeepers of knowledge, passing it down through generations in cryptic symbols, hidden texts, and coded language. They believed that certain truths about the nature of the universe and humanity were far too potent to be revealed to the uninitiated, and so they created elaborate systems of secrecy and symbolism to protect this information. This ancient tradition of guarding forbidden knowledge would eventually give rise to the secret societies that would play a pivotal role in shaping the course of history. In the medieval period, the most famous of these secret societies was the Freemasons. Officially, the Freemasons were a group of skilled craftsmen and builders, but their true purpose was far more elusive. It is believed that the Freemasons inherited much of their knowledge from the ancient Egyptian mystery schools, which they blended with the teachings of Gnosticism, Kabbalah, and other esoteric traditions. What was once a guild of stonemasons soon evolved into a highly secretive and influential organization that spanned the globe. The Freemasons, like their ancient counterparts, became the keepers of forbidden knowledge, and their rituals and symbols were designed to initiate members into a deeper understanding of the universe. For centuries, they worked in the shadows, shaping the world through their networks of influence, while keeping their most important secrets hidden from the public eye. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Freemasons and other secret societies like the Rosicrucians and the Illuminati is their connection to the idea of hidden knowledge. This concept suggests that there are truths about the world that have been deliberately kept from the masses, hidden by those in power to prevent the general population from realizing their potential. What if these truths are not simply spiritual or philosophical, but relate to physical objects, ancient artifacts with immense power and significance? What if the Freemasons and other secret societies were not just interested in preserving ancient wisdom, but also in protecting these powerful relics, which could alter the course of history if revealed? The idea of hidden knowledge and powerful artifacts goes beyond just the Freemasons. The Illuminati, a secret society founded in the 18th century, has been the subject of countless conspiracy theories, many of which claim that the group was involved in controlling world events from the shadows. Although their existence as a formal organization was brief, their legacy persists in popular culture, with many people believing that the Illuminati is still active today, operating through covert means to manipulate global affairs. But what if the Illuminati's real purpose was not to control political power, but to guard something far more important? What if their hidden influence over world events was simply a means to protect ancient artifacts, knowledge, and relics that had the power to reshape humanity's understanding of the past? These secret societies have often been accused of controlling the flow of information, shaping history in ways that benefit their agendas. Whether it's through the suppression of knowledge, the alteration of historical records, or the deliberate destruction of ancient texts, these groups have been instrumental in keeping certain truths hidden. But why? What is so dangerous about this knowledge that it must be kept secret at all costs? The answer may lie in the power that these ancient artifacts hold. Artifacts that could reveal a much different version of history than the one we have been taught. Imagine discovering that much of what we consider to be true about the ancient world, about our origins, our beliefs, and even our understanding of science, has been deliberately concealed, suppressed by those who feared the implications of revealing such truths. Consider the idea that there are objects scattered across the globe, artifacts so ancient and powerful that they could potentially change the course of human history. These objects are not merely relics of ancient civilizations. They are said to contain hidden knowledge or even powers that defy our current understanding of the world. Some of these artifacts are rumored to be connected to the gods, while others are believed to be ancient technologies lost to time. The reason they are hidden, some say, is not simply to protect them from being stolen or destroyed, but to prevent their knowledge from falling into the wrong hands. These powerful relics are, in essence, weapons, tools of unimaginable influence that could alter the balance of power in the world if ever uncovered. One of the most famous examples of such an artifact is the Ark of the Covenant, a biblical relic that has been the subject of legend for centuries. According to the Bible, the Ark was a vessel that contained the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments, given to Moses by God. But some believe that the Ark holds much more than just religious significance. In fact, it is said to contain knowledge and power that could change the course of history. The Ark's ability to split seas, bring down walls, and bring destruction to armies has led some to believe that it was not just a holy object, but a powerful artifact with extraordinary abilities. If such an artifact truly exists, what other relics might be out there, hidden by secret societies to keep their power contained? The idea of ancient artifacts being hidden by secret societies is not just a fantasy. It is a recurring theme throughout history. From the Templars to the Freemasons, to modern-day conspiracy theorists, there has always been a belief that powerful objects, relics of immense importance, have been intentionally concealed from the world. But it's not just about the artifacts themselves. It's about what they represent. These objects are symbols of hidden knowledge, knowledge that has the potential to radically alter our understanding of the past, the present, and the future. By controlling these relics, secret societies have controlled the narrative of history, ensuring that only a select few are privy to the true story of humanity. So, what does this mean for us today? Are we on the verge of uncovering these ancient artifacts, or are they forever destined to remain hidden, locked away by those who fear the power they hold? The search for these relics continues, with some people believing that we are closer than ever to unlocking the mysteries of the past. But the question remains, are we ready for the truth? Can we handle the knowledge that these artifacts contain? Or will we, like those who came before us, choose to keep these secrets buried, afraid of what might happen if the true history of humanity is finally revealed? In the end, The role of secret societies in guarding history's most powerful lost artifacts is a question that has no easy answer. These groups, with their deep connections to ancient traditions and hidden knowledge, may have been the keepers of something far more significant than we could ever imagine. As we continue to search for the truth, we must ask ourselves, what are we really looking for? Is it simply the thrill of discovery, or are we seeking something much more profound? The key to understanding the forces that have shaped our world and the power to rewrite history itself. The truth is out there, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered. But whether we're ready to face it is another question entirely. The Ark of the Covenant, one of the most powerful and enigmatic relics in history. Its story is woven into the very fabric of religious mythology and historical mystery. According to biblical accounts, the Ark was a sacred vessel, a physical manifestation of divine presence, crafted by the Israelites under God's direct command. It was said to house the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments, as well as other sacred relics, and was carried by the Israelites during their journey through the desert. It was a symbol of divine power, meant to guide and protect the chosen people. But over the centuries, the Ark has vanished from the historical record, leaving behind only rumors, legends, and unanswered questions. What happened to the Ark? Is it truly lost, or is it being carefully hidden by powerful forces who understand its true power? Many have sought the Ark, drawn by the allure of its supposed ability to influence the world in unimaginable ways. The Bible speaks of the Ark's divine powers, how it was capable of performing miracles and bringing about the will of God. It is said to have caused the walls of Jericho to collapse, helped the Israelites win battles, and even delivered judgment on those who dared to desecrate it. Such an object, with such profound abilities, would certainly be a prize of immense value to anyone seeking power, whether for spiritual, political, or personal reasons. And yet, despite the many claims of discovery, the Ark remains elusive, with no conclusive evidence of its whereabouts. Was it hidden away by those who knew of its significance, or was it lost to history, destroyed, or taken beyond the reach of human hands? The most famous theory about the Ark's disappearance comes from the biblical account of its final journey. After the destruction of Solomon's temple in Jerusalem, the Ark is said to have vanished without trace. Some believe that it was hidden by the priests of the time to prevent it from falling into enemy hands, while others speculate that it was taken to a secret location for safekeeping. Some theories suggest that the Ark was brought to Ethiopia, where it is said to reside in the Church of St. Mary of Zion in the town of Aksum. There, the Ark is reportedly guarded by a single monk, the keeper of the Ark, who is said to be the only person allowed to see it. Yet, no one outside of Ethiopia has been able to confirm these claims, and many scholars believe the Ark is lost forever, hidden in a place that history has forgotten. But could it be that the Ark is not truly lost? Could it still be hidden, not in a distant land, but somewhere closer to home? Some believe that the Ark was moved to a secret location, perhaps even hidden under the very foundations of Jerusalem itself. Could it be that the Ark is still buried beneath the city, guarded by those who understand its true power and significance? What if the key to finding the Ark lies not in ancient texts or maps, but in the secretive organizations that have guarded its existence throughout history? The Templars, the Freemasons, the Rosicrucians, these secret societies, many of which have deep connections to ancient knowledge and power, have long been rumored to be the keepers of forbidden artifacts. Could the Ark be one of the many relics that these societies have sworn to protect, hidden away in a place known only to a select few? The mystery of the Ark is not just a story of ancient history. It is a story that continues to intrigue and inspire people to this day. The idea that such a powerful artifact might still exist, hidden from view and guarded by those who understand its true significance, is a tantalizing one. Imagine, for a moment, what it would mean for humanity if the Ark were to be discovered. Would it be a source of unimaginable power, capable of reshaping the world as we know it? Or would it be a weapon, one that could bring about divine judgment on those who dare to claim it? In the hands of the wrong people, The Ark could be a force of destruction beyond our wildest imagination. And perhaps that is why it has been kept hidden for so long, to prevent its power from falling into the wrong hands. The search for the Ark has inspired countless expeditions and theories, many of which have been fraught with danger and intrigue. The quest to uncover the Ark has led adventurers, archaeologists, and treasure hunters to far-flung corners of the globe. Some have scoured the deserts of the Middle East, searching for ancient ruins that could hold the key to the Ark's location. Others have focused their attention on the biblical lands of Israel, convinced that the Ark lies buried somewhere beneath the city of Jerusalem, waiting to be uncovered. And still, others have turned their sights on Ethiopia, where the Ark is said to have been hidden away for centuries. Despite these efforts, the Ark remains elusive, its location still a mystery. But the allure of the Ark's power continues to draw people in, and its mystery endures. Perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the Ark is the question of its true power. What made it so significant, so sought after by those who believed in its divine authority? Was it simply a religious artifact, imbued with the power of God, or did it possess a hidden power that went beyond the realm of the spiritual? Some believe that the Ark was not just a symbol of divine presence, but a physical manifestation of an ancient technology, an artifact of unimaginable power that could manipulate the forces of nature itself. This theory suggests that the Ark may have been more than just a religious object. It could have been a device, an ancient machine capable of generating incredible energy or performing feats that defy modern understanding. Could the Ark have been an advanced technological artifact, lost to time and hidden away by those who feared its power? This theory raises the possibility that the Ark, like other ancient artifacts, was not merely a relic of religious significance, but a remnant of a lost civilization, one that possessed knowledge and technology far beyond anything we have today. Could the Ark have been part of a larger network of ancient artifacts, each one holding a fragment of lost knowledge or advanced technology? If so, the Ark would not be an isolated relic, but part of a much larger puzzle, one that connects the ancient past to the present in ways we can barely comprehend. What if the Ark is the key to unlocking this lost knowledge, a piece of a greater mystery that spans thousands of years and reveals a forgotten history of humanity? But if the Ark does contain such power, why has it been hidden away? Why have those who know of its existence chosen to keep it concealed rather than reveal it to the world? The answer, it seems, lies in the potential consequences of exposing such a powerful artifact. If the Ark were to be discovered, it could upend everything we know about religion, science, and the very nature of human existence. It could reveal a hidden history, one that challenges the foundations of modern civilization. It could also lead to the uncovering of other ancient artifacts, each one containing its own secrets, its own power. And perhaps, above all, it could serve as a reminder of a time when humanity possessed knowledge and power that we have long since lost. A time when the world was shaped not by politics or religion, but by ancient forces beyond our comprehension. As we continue to search for the Ark and other lost artifacts, we are forced to confront the question, what would we do with such knowledge if we were to find it? Would we have the wisdom to use it for good? Or would we succumb to the same temptations that have plagued humanity throughout history? The Ark is not just a symbol of power. It is a symbol of the dangers that come with the pursuit of knowledge. It is a reminder that some truths are too great, too powerful to be revealed. And yet, the search for these secrets continues, driven by a thirst for understanding and a desire to uncover the hidden forces that have shaped our world. Whether the Ark is ever found or remains hidden forever, its mystery will continue to inspire and challenge us, urging us to look deeper into the past and question everything we think we know about the world. As we turn our attention to the Freemasons, the story becomes even more enigmatic, entangled with a history of secret societies, cryptic symbols, and a hidden order that has quietly shaped the modern world. The Freemasons, a group often associated with elaborate rituals and mysterious symbols, are said to trace their roots back to the medieval stonemasons guilds of Europe. But their true history and influence reach much further back, linking them to ancient civilizations, lost knowledge, and powerful relics. Over the centuries, the Freemasons have woven themselves into the fabric of world events. Yet the true nature of their mission has remained shrouded in secrecy. What if their purpose was not simply to build and craft, but to preserve and protect something far greater? Something that has the potential to change everything we understand about our past, our future, and the very foundations of our civilization. At the heart of the Freemason legend lies the idea of ancient wisdom, passed down through generations in secretive societies. The Freemasons, like the Templars before them, are often seen as keepers of hidden knowledge, knowledge that could unlock the deepest secrets of the universe. Their rituals, symbols, and sacred texts all point toward an understanding of the world that transcends the conventional teachings of mainstream religions and history. But what is this knowledge, and why has it been hidden for so long? Is it simply the pursuit of enlightenment, or is there something more to their mission, something connected to the most powerful and dangerous artifacts in history? The roots of the Freemasons are often traced to the medieval period, during the building of Europe's great cathedrals and churches. It was at this time that the stonemasons' guilds began to flourish, developing not only the technical skills necessary for construction, but also a deep philosophical and spiritual understanding of the universe. These guilds, some believe, were the inheritors of an ancient tradition, one that stretched back to the mystery schools of Egypt, Greece, and even Atlantis. It is said that the builders of these great structures were not merely craftsmen, but custodians of sacred knowledge. The geometric principles that underpinned their work were, in fact, symbolic representations of deeper cosmic truths, principles that connected the physical world to the divine. The Freemasons, as they evolved from these guilds, inherited this secret knowledge and continued to pass it down through their rituals and ceremonies. But what exactly is the nature of this hidden knowledge? The answer, some believe, lies in the ancient artifacts and relics that the Freemasons may have been entrusted with guarding. These artifacts, like the Ark of the Covenant or the Holy Grail, are said to contain secrets that could unlock humanity's hidden potential, revealing truths about the universe and our place within it. The Freemasons' connection to these relics is often hinted at through their rituals and symbols, many of which are steeped in esoteric meaning. The compass and square, for example, are not merely tools used in the construction of buildings, but symbols of higher understanding, representing the balance between the material and the spiritual, the known and the unknown. Similarly, the all-seeing eye, a symbol often associated with the Freemasons, is believed to represent divine insight, the ability to perceive truths that lie beyond the ordinary realm of human perception. For centuries, the Freemasons have maintained their secrecy, operating in the shadows of history while subtly shaping the world around them. Their influence can be seen in the founding of nations, the establishment of great universities, and the development of political ideologies. Many of the founding fathers of the United States, for example, were Freemasons, and their Masonic beliefs played a significant role in the formation of the nation's ideals. The American Revolution, some argue, was not just a fight for political independence, but a struggle for the right to access the hidden knowledge that the Freemasons believed was necessary for human progress. This knowledge, they believed, could unlock the true potential of mankind and guide humanity toward a higher state of existence. But why has this knowledge been kept secret for so long? What is it about these ancient truths that makes them so dangerous, so powerful, that they must be hidden away from the public eye? Some believe that the answer lies in the transformative power of the knowledge that the Freemasons are guarding. If the hidden truths contained in these artifacts and teachings were to be revealed, it could change everything we know about the world, overturning centuries of established beliefs about religion, science, and history. This could lead to profound social, political, and spiritual upheaval, as people would no longer accept the mainstream narrative about the origins of humanity or the nature of reality. The Freemasons, it is said, understood this danger, and so they chose to keep this knowledge hidden, protecting it from those who might misuse it or who were not ready to handle its power. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Freemason secrecy is their connection to sacred geometry and the idea that the physical world is a reflection of a higher, divine order. Many of the great structures built by Freemasons, such as the cathedrals of Europe and the pyramids of Egypt, are said to embody the principles of sacred geometry. These structures are not just architectural feats. They are, in essence, physical representations of the divine order, intended to guide humanity towards spiritual enlightenment. The idea that the built environment can reflect higher truths is one of the central tenets of Masonic belief, and it suggests that the Freemasons' work was not just about physical construction, but about constructing a deeper understanding of the universe itself. Sacred geometry is not merely about shapes and numbers. It is believed to be a language of the cosmos, a key to understanding the underlying structure of the universe. By studying these sacred forms, it is said, one can tap into hidden knowledge, gaining insight into the mysteries of life, death, and the afterlife. The Freemasons, as custodians of this knowledge, have used sacred geometry as a tool for spiritual development, guiding their members toward a deeper connection with the divine. But this knowledge, like the artifacts they protect, is not meant to be shared with just anyone. It is reserved for those who are initiated into the secrets of the order, those who have proven themselves worthy of the knowledge that lies within. But what if the Freemasons' influence extends beyond the world of architecture and ritual? What if their true power lies in their role as guardians of ancient artifacts, relics that have the power to change the course of human history? The Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, and other ancient artifacts are often linked to the Freemasons in popular legend, and some believe that these relics are central to the Freemasons' mission. The idea that these artifacts could be part of a larger, hidden history of the world is a tantalizing one, and it raises the question, if the Freemasons are truly the keepers of this knowledge, what other secrets are they hiding? In fact, some theorists believe that the Freemasons are not just keeping artifacts hidden from the public, but actively working to suppress the knowledge contained within them. If these relics were to be discovered, it could lead to a radical shift in humanity's understanding of the world and our place in it. This knowledge, it is said, could open the door to extraordinary technological advancements, as well as a deeper understanding of the spiritual and metaphysical realms. But are we ready for such a revelation? And if these artifacts are so powerful, why have the Freemasons chosen to guard them so fiercely? Perhaps the answer lies in the nature of the knowledge contained within these artifacts. If the Freemasons are truly the custodians of ancient wisdom, then they're not just protecting relics, they're protecting a blueprint for a new world order. The secrets hidden in these artifacts could change everything we know about the origins of humanity, the nature of the divine, and the future of civilization itself. The Freemasons, it seems, have always known this, and they have worked tirelessly to ensure that these secrets remain hidden, for fear of the consequences should they fall into the wrong hands. In the end, the Freemasons remain one of the most powerful and secretive organizations in the world, and their connection to ancient artifacts and hidden knowledge is a mystery that continues to fascinate and intrigue us. Whether they are the true guardians of these artifacts, or whether they are simply part of a larger network of secret societies, one thing is certain. The search for these relics is far from over. The knowledge they contain and the power they represent is waiting to be unlocked, and the Freemasons may be the key to unlocking it. But only time will tell if we are truly ready for the secrets they guard. As we explore further into the depths of history, we encounter the hidden forces that have shaped the world behind the scenes. Forces that are not only concerned with preserving knowledge, but also with controlling the very narrative of human existence. These forces, operating in the shadows of the known world, have kept certain truths from reaching the masses, manipulating the flow of information to ensure that only a select few are privy to the most important secrets. In this hidden realm of power, the concept of lost knowledge takes on a more sinister dimension. These secrets, far from being innocuous, are viewed as dangerous by those who wish to maintain control. The mysteries surrounding them are not simply relics of ancient civilizations, but keys to a lost and suppressed history, one that could radically alter everything we think we know about the world. But what if these forces, these shadowy organizations, are not working to keep the knowledge hidden, but are, in fact, actively shaping the future with it? At the core of this covert operation lies the manipulation of history itself, an ancient and ongoing process of rewriting the past, controlling what is remembered and what is forgotten. This is not a new phenomenon. In fact, it has been happening for centuries. The control of historical narratives has long been a tool of power, used to shape the collective consciousness of humanity. History, as we know it, is often far from objective. What is taught in schools, what is documented in history books, and what is preserved for posterity is often the result of deliberate choices made by those in positions of power. By controlling the stories we tell ourselves about the past, these powerful groups can influence the way we see the world and the future we create. But what if the history we've been taught is only a small part of a much larger story, one that has been intentionally obscured to prevent us from understanding the true nature of reality? This idea, that the true history of humanity has been deliberately suppressed, raises a number of unsettling questions. What could be so dangerous about the past that it has to be hidden from us? What if, in our search for knowledge, we are overlooking the most important truths about who we are and where we came from? The evidence of a suppressed history is often found in the places where mainstream history falters, in the cracks between the accepted narratives. These gaps in our historical understanding often contain the most compelling mysteries, those that hint at a forgotten civilization or a lost era of human achievement. But despite the many clues, these mysteries remain largely ignored, dismissed as myths or legends, rather than explored as genuine historical inquiries. One of the most notable examples of this suppressed history lies in the story of ancient advanced civilizations. Mainstream history tells us that human civilization began in Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley, where the first great cities were built. Yet, there are numerous references in ancient texts, artifacts, and oral traditions that point to civilizations that predate these well-known cultures, civilizations that possessed knowledge and technologies far beyond what we would expect for their time. The idea that an advanced civilization existed long before the rise of the Sumerians and Egyptians has been quietly dismissed by historians, but there is mounting evidence to suggest otherwise. Archaeological finds, from the ruins of the lost city of Atlantis to the mysterious megalithic structures scattered across the globe, point to a time when humanity possessed knowledge that we have since lost. These artifacts and ruins are not simply remnants of primitive peoples. They're the last traces of a once great civilization, deliberately erased from the historical record to ensure that its secrets remain hidden. The suppression of this lost history goes beyond just ancient civilizations. It extends to the very nature of human evolution itself. The mainstream narrative of human history tells us that humanity evolved from primitive apes, gradually developing tools, language, and culture over millions of years. But what if this narrative is incomplete? What if there is evidence of an advanced race of humans or human-like beings who existed long before the dawn of civilization, who possessed knowledge and abilities far beyond our own? Could it be that these beings were wiped out by some cataclysmic event, and their knowledge deliberately suppressed by those who came after them? The idea that humanity's origins are not as simple as we have been taught challenges everything we know about ourselves and our place in the world. But the question remains, why would such a powerful secret be hidden from us? The answer, it seems, lies in the control of power. Those who possess knowledge of humanity's true history and of the lost civilizations that once thrived on Earth hold the keys to immense power. Knowledge is not only a tool for understanding the world. It is a weapon, one that can be used to shape the course of history. By controlling this knowledge, a select few are able to steer the direction of humanity, determining what we believe, what we value, and what we fear. These hidden forces are not just concerned with preserving ancient artifacts or guarding sacred relics. They're concerned with maintaining control over the flow of information, ensuring that certain truths remain inaccessible to the public. In doing so, they are able to keep the masses in the dark, manipulating society from behind the scenes and preventing any challenges to their authority. This power is not limited to physical artifacts or ancient knowledge. It extends to the control of ideas, to the very way we perceive the world and our place within it. The idea that knowledge itself can be a form of control is one that has been explored throughout history. The suppression of knowledge is not just a matter of keeping ancient artifacts hidden. It is about controlling the flow of information and shaping the narrative of human history. In this sense, the secret societies and shadowy organizations that guard these artifacts are not just acting as custodians of lost knowledge. They're also gatekeepers, controlling access to the most powerful information on Earth. One of the most intriguing aspects of this power dynamic is the way in which secret societies have been intertwined with major historical events. From the Renaissance to the Enlightenment, secret societies like the Freemasons, the Rosicrucians, and the Illuminati have been present at the forefront of societal change, influencing the development of philosophy, science, and politics. Their members have included some of the most influential figures in history, from artists and scientists to politicians and military leaders. These individuals, bound by a shared belief in the power of hidden knowledge, have used their positions to shape the world according to their vision. But what if their vision is not the one that benefits humanity as a whole? What if the true agenda of these secret societies is not to enlighten the masses, but to control them, using the very knowledge they have suppressed to maintain their own power and influence? As we dig deeper into the role of secret societies in shaping human history, it becomes clear that the control of knowledge is not a new phenomenon. Throughout history, there have been many instances where the flow of information has been deliberately restricted, either to protect powerful secrets or to prevent a revolution in thought. The most famous example of this is the Catholic Church's control over the dissemination of knowledge during the Middle Ages. By suppressing scientific discoveries, censoring books, and controlling education, the Church was able to maintain its authority and prevent challenges to its power. But the Church was not the only organization to engage in such practices. Many other secretive groups, both religious and political, have worked to control the flow of knowledge, ensuring that certain truths remain hidden from the public eye. This pattern of knowledge suppression continues today, albeit in more subtle forms. The digital age has given rise to an unprecedented level of information sharing. Yet even in this age of constant connectivity, there are still those who seek to control what we see, hear, and believe. From government agencies to large corporations, there are countless forces working behind the scenes to shape public opinion and suppress inconvenient truths. This modern-day manipulation of information is not so different from the ancient practices of secret societies. The tools may have changed, but the goal remains the same: to control knowledge and, by extension, control the world. As we confront the reality of a suppressed history, it is essential to ask ourselves, what truths are being kept from us? What knowledge is being concealed, and why? The search for these hidden truths is not just about uncovering lost artifacts or ancient relics. It is about reclaiming the knowledge that has been stolen from us, about rewriting the narrative of human history, and taking back control of the story of our existence. The quest for lost knowledge is not just an academic pursuit. It is a battle for the future of humanity itself. And as we continue to dig deeper into the mysteries of the past, we must be prepared for the possibility that the truth, when it is finally revealed, may be far more transformative than we ever imagined. As we delve deeper into the enigma of secret societies, we begin to realize that their influence goes beyond simply guarding knowledge and protecting powerful artifacts. Their role extends into the very fabric of our modern world, shaping the course of history through subtle manipulation and control. These organizations, often shrouded in mystery, are not merely remnants of a bygone era. They are alive and well today, their influence still felt in the highest corridors of power. What if the secret societies of today are not merely holding on to relics of the past, but are actively shaping the future, ensuring that the knowledge they guard remains out of reach for the general public? The idea that secret societies continue to exert control over the modern world may seem like the stuff of conspiracy theories, but a closer examination reveals a more unsettling truth. These organizations may very well be the hidden architects of our current social, political, and economic systems. For centuries, secret societies have played a critical role in shaping the world, often working behind the scenes to influence key events and decisions. The formation of nations, the rise of empires, and the establishment of global systems of trade and finance have all been touched by the influence of these secret groups. The Freemasons, the Illuminati, and other shadowy organizations have been linked to major political revolutions, the founding of powerful institutions, and the shaping of philosophical movements that have redefined the way we understand the world. Yet, despite their pervasive presence, much of the influence of these groups remains hidden. The true extent of their power is carefully concealed, their actions often disguised as the work of ordinary political or economic forces. The leaders of these secret societies do not wear crowns or wield swords. Instead, they work in the corridors of power, manipulating events from behind the scenes, pulling the strings of governments, corporations, and influential institutions. They are the puppeteers of the modern world, shaping the future according to their own design, often without the public ever realizing the extent of their influence. But why has this secrecy persisted for so long? What drives these organizations to operate in the shadows? And what is it that they're trying to protect or conceal? One answer lies in the nature of the knowledge these societies guard. It is not just ancient wisdom or powerful artifacts they are protecting, but the very secrets of human existence, secrets that, if revealed, could alter the way we understand reality itself. These secrets are not merely intellectual curiosities. They're believed to hold the keys to immense power, the ability to manipulate the forces of the universe and shape the future in ways we cannot yet comprehend. To possess this knowledge is to hold the power to influence not only the present, but also the future of humanity. And yet, it is precisely this power that has led to the widespread fear of its revelation. The fear that, if such knowledge were to fall into the wrong hands, it could result in chaos, destruction, or even the unraveling of the very fabric of society. The most famous of these secret societies, the Illuminati, is often linked to the idea of controlling knowledge, particularly the hidden knowledge that could reshape the world. Founded in the late 18th century, the Illuminati's stated goal was to promote enlightenment, reason, and free thought. However, over time, the group became associated with darker ambitions, with many conspiracy theories claiming that the Illuminati was working to establish a global order, using their hidden knowledge to manipulate governments, control the economy, and influence global events. Although the official Illuminati was disbanded in the late 1700s, many believe that the organization did not simply vanish, but went underground, continuing to operate in secrecy and shaping world events from the shadows. What if the Illuminati's real mission was not just to promote enlightenment, but to control the dissemination of knowledge itself, ensuring that only a select few were able to access the deepest truths about the world? Similarly, other secret societies, such as the Freemasons, have long been rumored to guard ancient relics and lost knowledge. The Freemasons, with their elaborate rituals and symbols, are often seen as the inheritors of a tradition that stretches back to the ancient mystery schools of Egypt and Greece. Their influence has been felt in nearly every corner of the world, from the founding of the United States to the establishment of many of the world's greatest scientific and cultural institutions. But beneath their public facade as a fraternal organization, the Freemasons have long been associated with the preservation of hidden knowledge. The secret rituals they perform are said to contain ancient wisdom passed down through generations, knowledge that, if revealed, could unlock the deepest secrets of the universe. Could it be that these secrets are not just philosophical, but related to the very fabric of reality itself? Secrets that, if exposed, could change the way we perceive the world and our place in it? One of the most enduring mysteries associated with these secret societies is the notion that they are the guardians of a hidden history, one that has been deliberately suppressed to maintain control over humanity's development. This hidden history is said to contain the true origins of humanity, the forgotten achievements of ancient civilizations, and the lost knowledge that could revolutionize our understanding of the universe. This knowledge, it is believed, is contained in the artifacts and relics that these societies guard, objects that have been carefully concealed to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands. The idea that such a history exists, one that has been deliberately erased from the public record, raises profound questions about the nature of history itself. If this hidden history were to be uncovered, it could challenge everything we think we know about the past, present, and future. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of this hidden history is the idea that it contains knowledge not just about the past, but about the future. These secret societies are not merely concerned with protecting relics of a lost civilization. They're also believed to be working to ensure that humanity reaches a particular destination, a future shaped by the knowledge they guard. The idea that there is a predetermined course for human civilization, one that is being guided by these secret forces, is a deeply unsettling thought. What if our world is not as free as we believe it to be? What if the future is being shaped by hidden hands, steering us toward a destination that we have no control over? This idea of a controlled future is not as far-fetched as it may seem. Throughout history, powerful individuals and organizations have worked to influence the course of events, often with the aim of shaping the future according to their own vision. From the establishment of world empires to the creation of global financial systems, secret societies have played a central role in determining the direction of human progress. But what if this influence extends even further into the realms of technology, science, and spirituality? What if the true purpose of these secret societies is not just to preserve the past, but to control the future, using their hidden knowledge to guide humanity toward a particular destiny? One of the key elements of this controlled future is the idea that knowledge itself is power. By controlling access to knowledge, these secret societies are able to shape the course of history and influence the direction of human civilization. The knowledge they guard is not simply intellectual. It is believed to hold the keys to extraordinary power, the ability to manipulate the very forces of nature. In the wrong hands, this knowledge could lead to destruction. In the right hands, it could lead to the advancement of humanity beyond anything we can currently imagine. The question, then, is not just about whether this knowledge exists, but whether humanity is ready for it. Are we prepared to handle the profound truths contained within this hidden knowledge? Or are we destined to remain in the dark, controlled by those who have access to the secrets we can only dream of? As we continue to explore the influence of secret societies, we are left with a chilling realization. The world we live in may not be as free or as open as we believe. The forces shaping our future may be operating far beyond our understanding, their actions hidden in the shadows of power. These secret societies, whether through their guardianship of ancient artifacts, their preservation of lost knowledge, or their control over the flow of information, continue to shape the world in ways we cannot fully comprehend. And as the mysteries of the past and the secrets of the future remain locked away, the question remains, will we ever truly uncover the truth, or will we forever be left in the dark, manipulated by forces that exist just out of reach? As we look further into the hidden world of secret societies and their connection to ancient artifacts, we are faced with a question that may have never been fully addressed. What is the true purpose of all this secrecy? Why have these groups, often centuries old, devoted themselves to guarding knowledge that could change the very fabric of our reality? Is it simply a matter of power and control, or is there a deeper, more profound reason for keeping these truths hidden from the masses? The more we consider the role of these organizations, the more we are forced to confront an uncomfortable truth: that the secrets they protect may not only be about preserving history or artifacts, but about preventing humanity from accessing a higher level of consciousness, one that could radically alter our understanding of the world, the universe, and our place in it. The idea that this hidden knowledge could elevate humanity is not only tantalizing, but also deeply troubling. Could it be that those in power fear what would happen if this knowledge were to be unleashed? The possibility that humanity is being held back from reaching its full potential by secret organizations is a concept that has been explored for centuries. At the heart of this fear lies the belief that the knowledge guarded by these secret groups is not simply academic or theological, but a blueprint for unlocking the deepest mysteries of existence. This knowledge, it is believed, contains not only the answers to questions we have long pondered, but the key to a spiritual awakening, a higher state of consciousness that could transcend the boundaries of space and time. If such knowledge were to be made public, the consequences could be revolutionary. A sudden shift in human understanding could shatter established beliefs, disrupt global power structures, and spark a new era of enlightenment, or chaos. For those who have spent centuries controlling this information, such a change would be catastrophic. At the core of these ancient secrets is often a hidden understanding of the universe, a kind of universal law or cosmic knowledge that has been preserved by the secret societies throughout history. This knowledge is believed to go beyond the material world, extending into the realms of metaphysics and spirituality. It is said that ancient civilizations, such as the Egyptians, the Sumerians, and the Atlanteans, were in possession of this knowledge and used it to harness extraordinary powers. These civilizations, according to some theories, had an understanding of the universe that was far beyond anything we know today. Their achievements, from the construction of the pyramids to their knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and energy, point to a deep wisdom that may have been lost or deliberately suppressed. The idea that this knowledge was not just technological, but spiritual, is particularly intriguing. What if the ancients understood not only how to manipulate the physical world, but how to transcend it? And what if these teachings, passed down through secret societies, hold the key to unlocking this higher state of being? The mystery deepens when we consider the concept of spiritual ascension or enlightenment, ideas that have been central to many ancient cultures and religions. In numerous spiritual traditions, there is a belief that humanity is capable of reaching a higher state of consciousness, one that transcends the limitations of the material world and connects us to a greater cosmic order. The Freemasons, for instance, view their rituals as a path to spiritual enlightenment. Through their initiatory process, they claim to unlock deeper truths about the nature of existence and the universe. The idea of ascension is also prevalent in other secret societies, such as the Rosicrucians and the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. These organizations are said to possess ancient spiritual teachings, passed down through the ages, that allow individuals to access higher levels of awareness and consciousness. The ultimate goal of these teachings, it is said, is to achieve a state of divine enlightenment, a state in which one transcends the physical realm and becomes attuned to the divine order of the universe. But why would such profound knowledge be kept hidden from the public? One theory is that this knowledge has the potential to radically shift the balance of power in the world. If humanity were to access these higher states of consciousness, it could lead to a complete transformation of society. With greater spiritual awareness, individuals would no longer be bound by the limitations of materialism, fear, or greed. The world would operate on a completely different level, one where cooperation, unity, and spiritual growth become the primary focus. Such a shift would be nothing short of revolutionary, and for those who hold power in the current system, it would be a threat to their control. It's possible that these secret societies, which have long guarded ancient wisdom, are doing so not only to protect relics of the past, but also to prevent this radical transformation from taking place. This idea is especially compelling when we consider the role of power in the modern world. Throughout history, those in positions of authority have often sought to control not just the physical realm, but the minds of the masses. By shaping what people believe, by controlling education, media, and religion, those in power can maintain a status quo that serves their interests. If a sudden shift in consciousness were to occur, it could destroy this carefully constructed system of control. The elite would lose their hold on society, and the people would gain access to the knowledge and wisdom that could lead to a more equitable, enlightened world. For this reason, some believe that secret societies have worked tirelessly to keep humanity in the dark, to prevent the masses from waking up to their true potential. The fact that these organizations continue to exist and operate in secrecy suggests that the knowledge they guard is still considered to be of immense value. In modern times, this hidden knowledge is often associated with the concept of sacred geometry, the study of patterns and structures that underpin the natural world. Sacred geometry is believed to hold the key to understanding the cosmic order, and many secret societies, such as the Freemasons, have incorporated its symbols and principles into their rituals and teachings. The use of geometric shapes, such as the triangle, the square, and the circle, is thought to represent the building blocks of the universe, reflecting the divine order that governs all creation. These symbols are not just decorative. They are believed to contain deep, hidden meanings that can unlock the secrets of the cosmos. Some believe that the knowledge of sacred geometry is not just a philosophical or spiritual tool, but a practical one that can be used to harness energy, manipulate the physical world, and even alter the fabric of reality. The ancient Egyptians, for example, are said to have used sacred geometry in the construction of the pyramids, aligning them with the stars and using their shape to tap into cosmic forces. The idea that geometry can be used to manipulate energy and consciousness is not limited to ancient civilizations. It has also been explored by modern scientists and philosophers. In recent years, the concept of sacred geometry has gained renewed interest, with some researchers claiming that the principles behind it could hold the key to advanced technologies and new forms of energy. So why are these powerful secrets kept hidden? The answer may lie in the fear of what humanity could achieve if we were to unlock this knowledge. If the principles of sacred geometry and the hidden laws of the universe were to be widely understood, the implications would be far-reaching. Humanity could potentially tap into boundless energy sources, heal diseases, reverse aging, and transform society into a more peaceful and harmonious place. This is a vision that could challenge the very foundation of the modern world. Those who benefit from the current system may view this as a threat to their power, and thus, they work to keep humanity in the dark, preventing us from discovering our true potential. The question remains, are we ready for this knowledge? Are we prepared to handle the immense responsibility that comes with understanding the hidden laws of the universe? Many ancient traditions caution that humanity must first undergo a spiritual awakening before it can access the deeper mysteries of existence. If the knowledge were to be revealed too soon, before humanity has reached a level of maturity and understanding, it could lead to chaos rather than enlightenment. The timing of this revelation, some believe, is crucial. Only when humanity has transcended its lower instincts and reached a higher state of consciousness will we be ready to understand and harness this knowledge for the greater good. The search for this hidden knowledge is not just about unearthing artifacts or uncovering ancient texts. It is about a collective awakening, a shift in consciousness that could transform our world. The secret societies, with their guarded rituals and cryptic symbols, are but one piece of this larger puzzle. If we are ever to fully unlock the mysteries of the universe, it will require a concerted effort to look beyond the surface, to question everything we have been taught, and to seek the deeper truths that lie hidden beneath the surface of our reality. As we continue to dig deeper into the realm of hidden knowledge and ancient artifacts, we are led to the unsettling truth that these secrets may not just be confined to the past, but are intricately woven into the fabric of modern-day power structures. The question arises, are these secret societies truly the custodians of lost knowledge, or is there a larger, more intricate plan at play, one that is actively shaping the course of human events? Could it be that the very knowledge they safeguard is a tool for controlling the future? The more we probe into these ideas, the more we start to understand that the battle for access to these ancient secrets is not just a battle for knowledge, but a battle for the future itself. For centuries, These secret groups have operated under a veil of secrecy, guarding knowledge and artifacts that are believed to contain the keys to extraordinary power. But while the secrecy surrounding these societies has often led to speculation and myth, there is also a stark reality that cannot be ignored. Their influence extends far beyond the control of ancient knowledge and artifacts. These organizations, with their cryptic symbols and elaborate rituals, have become central players in the shaping of the modern world. Whether it is through the manipulation of political systems, the creation of economic structures, or the subtle shaping of cultural norms, their power is still very much present in the world today. And what if this influence is not just about securing power for a select few, but about steering humanity toward a specific future, one that remains unknown to the general public? To fully comprehend the depth of this influence, we must take a step back and examine the way in which these secret societies have woven themselves into the very fabric of history. From the founding of nations to the shaping of political ideologies, these groups have been involved in some of the most significant events in human history. The United States, for example, was founded by men who were deeply involved in secret societies, particularly the Freemasons. The nation's very structure, from its constitution to its political framework, has been influenced by Masonic ideals. But this is just one example. The impact of these groups can be seen in every corner of the world, from the rise and fall of empires to the creation of powerful institutions that shape global affairs. The Illuminati, for instance, is often portrayed as a group that seeks to establish a new world order, using hidden knowledge and influence to control the direction of global events. While much of the public perception of the Illuminati has been clouded by conspiracy theories, it is undeniable that secret societies have played a central role in the creation of modern systems of power. What if the Illuminati's true goal is not just world domination, but the creation of a new reality, one where humanity reaches a higher level of understanding and spiritual awakening? In many ways, these societies may not be simply seeking to control, but to guide humanity toward a new era, one that is founded on the principles of enlightenment and understanding. This concept of a new world order is not necessarily a dark or sinister idea, but rather one that reflects a deep desire to awaken humanity to its true potential. The knowledge that these secret groups possess is believed to contain the key to unlocking a new way of life, one that transcends the limitations of the material world and leads humanity toward a higher state of consciousness. However, this knowledge is not readily accessible to the public. Those who are in positions of power, who have access to these secret teachings, understand that humanity is not yet ready for such a revelation. If the truth were to be revealed too early, it could lead to chaos, confusion, and destruction. The knowledge must be carefully guarded, carefully controlled, and only shared with those who have demonstrated the ability to understand and handle it. It is easy to dismiss these ideas as the product of conspiracy theories, but the reality is that there is evidence throughout history that suggests a coordinated effort to control the flow of information and to keep certain truths hidden. This is not just about ancient artifacts or lost knowledge, but about the ongoing manipulation of humanity's collective consciousness. The rise of powerful institutions, such as secret societies, political bodies, and multinational corporations, has shaped the modern world in ways that most people are unaware of. These institutions are not simply focused on maintaining the status quo, but on steering humanity in a particular direction. Whether through political influence, media control, or economic manipulation, these groups have learned how to shape public opinion and guide the course of human events. The concept of a hidden hand shaping global events is not a new one. Throughout history, there have been numerous instances where powerful groups have worked behind the scenes to influence the course of events. From the rise of the British Empire to the establishment of global trade networks, secret societies and powerful elites have played a central role in shaping the world we live in today. But what if these groups are not just interested in the present? They are working to shape the future as well. What if their ultimate goal is to guide humanity toward a specific destiny, one that we have yet to fully comprehend? The idea of a hidden agenda governing the future is not limited to the realm of conspiracy theories. There is ample evidence to suggest that powerful forces are working behind the scenes to steer the course of human history. From the creation of the United Nations to the rise of global capitalism, the institutions that dominate the modern world were not created by accident. They were deliberately constructed to serve the interests of a select few whose long-term vision extends far beyond the present. The decisions made by these organizations, the policies they create, and the systems they put in place are all part of a larger plan, one that is designed to shape the future in ways that most people are unaware of. At the core of this plan is the idea that knowledge is power. The ancient artifacts and hidden knowledge that these secret societies protect are not just relics of the past. They are keys to the future. By controlling access to this knowledge, these organizations can influence the direction of human civilization. But it is not just about control. It is about shaping the future in such a way that humanity reaches its full potential. This knowledge, which has been passed down through generations, contains the answers to questions that have eluded humanity for millennia. The hidden truths that these societies guard are not simply about understanding the past. They're about unlocking the future. If we accept the idea that these secret societies are shaping the future, the question becomes, what is their ultimate goal? What is the end game of this secret manipulation? Some believe that the ultimate goal is the creation of a world that is free from the limitations of the material world, an enlightened society where humanity has transcended its base instincts and has reached a higher state of consciousness. This vision of the future is not about global domination or control, but about spiritual awakening and collective evolution. The ancient knowledge that these societies guard is said to contain the tools for achieving this transformation, tools that, when understood and applied, could lead humanity to a new level of existence. But there are others who believe that the hidden agenda of these secret groups is more sinister, that the knowledge they protect is not meant to enlighten, but to control. These organizations, it is said, are working to create a new world order in which a select few hold all the power, while the rest of humanity is kept in ignorance. In this vision, the secrets that have been guarded for centuries are not meant to lead humanity to spiritual awakening, but to subjugate and control the masses. Whether for noble or nefarious purposes, these groups are believed to have access to knowledge that could change the world, but only if they choose to reveal it. In the end, the true purpose of these secret societies may never be fully understood. Their influence is hidden in the shadows, and their ultimate goals remain a mystery. What is clear, however, is that they are not simply concerned with preserving ancient artifacts or guarding lost knowledge. They are actively shaping the future of humanity. Whether for good or ill, these secret groups continue to guide the course of history, pulling the strings behind the scenes and ensuring that the knowledge they protect remains out of reach for the vast majority of people. But the question remains, will we ever be ready for the secrets they guard? And what will happen when the truth is finally revealed? The future is uncertain, and the answers lie hidden in the hands of those who control the most powerful knowledge in the world. The search for hidden knowledge and the mysteries of ancient artifacts takes us down a path that is not only filled with intrigue, but also raises profound questions about the nature of our world and our place within it. As we continue to uncover the secrets guarded by powerful secret societies, we must confront the possibility that these artifacts and ancient texts are not merely relics of the past, but rather active components of a larger plan, one that continues to shape our present and future. These objects, often treated as mere curiosities by mainstream scholars, may in fact hold the key to unlocking a far deeper, more transformative understanding of reality. But what if this hidden knowledge isn't just about the past or even the present? What if it's about the future and humanity's potential to transcend the limitations of the material world? The connection between secret societies and ancient artifacts is not merely a historical curiosity. It is a deliberate effort to control and shape humanity's understanding of reality itself. For centuries, these societies have jealously guarded their secrets, passing them down from one generation to the next, creating an unbroken chain of knowledge that is hidden from the public eye. Yet this knowledge isn't simply academic or intellectual. It is at its core a form of power. It is the ability to manipulate forces beyond the material realm, to transcend the limitations of the physical world, and to understand the deeper currents that shape existence itself. The societies that guard this knowledge are not just custodians of the past. They're the architects of the future, guiding humanity toward a specific destiny, one that remains unknown to most of us. What makes this hidden knowledge so powerful is its potential to unlock the true nature of reality. Many of the artifacts and texts guarded by these secret groups are believed to contain the keys to understanding the fundamental laws of the universe. Laws that go beyond the conventional understanding of physics, biology, and even consciousness itself. These ancient teachings are said to hold the secrets to harnessing energy in ways we cannot yet comprehend, to accessing higher states of consciousness, and to unlocking the full potential of the human mind. In many ways, this knowledge is not just intellectual, it is spiritual, and it is this spiritual aspect that makes it so dangerous. If humanity were to fully access and understand these teachings, it could lead to a radical shift in our collective consciousness, one that could completely alter the course of human history. This is why the guardians of this knowledge have gone to great lengths to keep it hidden. For those who hold power in the world today, the idea of a spiritually awakened humanity is deeply unsettling. The control of knowledge is one of the most powerful tools in maintaining dominance over a population, and the teachings contained in these ancient artifacts threaten to disrupt this balance. These societies, whose members often include some of the world's most influential figures, are not just interested in preserving ancient wisdom for the sake of historical curiosity. They're guarding these teachings to ensure that they remain inaccessible to the general public, preventing anyone from using them to challenge the current systems of power. But the question remains, why? Why would those in power go to such lengths to hide these teachings? The answer may lie in the very nature of the knowledge itself. If humanity were to gain access to this hidden wisdom, it could lead to a shift in the way we view the world, and perhaps more importantly, the way we view ourselves. The ancient knowledge guarded by these secret societies is said to contain profound insights into human nature and the universe, insights that could lead to a collective spiritual awakening. This awakening would not simply be a philosophical or religious shift. It would be a fundamental transformation of consciousness. People would no longer see themselves as separate from the world around them. Instead, they would understand their interconnectedness with the universe and each other. This realization could lead to a radical shift in human behavior, with individuals no longer driven by fear, greed, or material desire, but motivated by compassion, unity, and a desire for collective advancement. Such a transformation would be nothing short of revolutionary. The current systems of power that dominate the world, governments, corporations, financial institutions, are built on the principles of competition, scarcity, and control. If humanity were to embrace the teachings contained in these ancient texts, these systems would crumble. The very foundations of modern society could be threatened by the widespread realization that there is more to life than material wealth or power. People would begin to question the systems that have been imposed on them, and the existing power structures would lose their grip on society. For those who benefit from the current state of affairs, this is a terrifying thought. The hidden knowledge that these secret societies guard is not simply about ancient civilizations or forgotten history. It is about the future of humanity itself. In light of this, it becomes clear why these secret groups have gone to such lengths to keep this knowledge hidden. They're not just protecting ancient relics or texts. They're actively guarding humanity from its own potential. The knowledge contained in these artifacts is not just a key to understanding the past, but a guide to the future. It is a blueprint for human evolution, one that could lead to a world of peace, enlightenment, and spiritual awakening, but only if humanity is ready to embrace it. And yet, the question remains, are we ready? Are we prepared to handle the profound shifts in consciousness that such knowledge would bring? The fear among those who hold this knowledge is not just that it could lead to societal upheaval. It is that humanity might not be ready for the responsibility that comes with such power. This raises an important question about the nature of human progress. Is it possible for humanity to evolve into a higher state of consciousness without experiencing chaos and destruction along the way? The fear of revealing these ancient teachings stems from the belief that humanity is not yet spiritually mature enough to handle the knowledge contained within them. If we were to gain access to this knowledge without the necessary preparation, it could lead to disaster. This is why secret societies have carefully controlled the dissemination of this information, passing it down only to those who have demonstrated the ability to understand and harness its power. The teachings are not merely intellectual, they are spiritual, and they require a level of maturity and wisdom to fully comprehend. But the question remains, when will humanity be ready? The current state of the world, with its political turmoil, economic inequality, and environmental degradation, suggests that humanity is still far from achieving the necessary level of spiritual awareness. However, there are signs that this awakening may be beginning. Across the world, people are questioning the status quo, seeking new ways of thinking, and looking for alternative paths to personal and collective fulfillment. The rise of spiritual practices, such as meditation, mindfulness, and consciousness expansion, points to a growing awareness of the need for a deeper understanding of the self and the universe. Could it be that humanity is on the cusp of a great spiritual awakening, one that will finally allow us to access the hidden knowledge that has been guarded for so long? As we consider these possibilities, we must acknowledge the role that secret societies have played in shaping our understanding of the world. These groups have not only preserved ancient knowledge, but have also played a central role in guiding humanity toward a specific vision of the future. Whether through their involvement in politics, philosophy, or spirituality, these societies have been at the forefront of shaping the course of human history. Yet, despite their influence, they have managed to remain largely hidden from the public eye, continuing to guard the secrets that could unlock humanity's true potential. The time may be approaching when these secrets will no longer remain hidden. Whether through the collective efforts of individuals seeking truth or through the gradual unfolding of the hidden knowledge itself, humanity may soon find itself on the precipice of a new era, one in which the secrets of the past are revealed and the path to a higher state of consciousness is finally opened. The question, as always, is whether we are ready for it. The ancient knowledge guarded by secret societies may hold the key to humanity's spiritual awakening, but it is up to us to decide whether we are prepared to embrace it. The choice is ours, and the future of humanity depends on how we respond. As we continue our journey through the hidden corridors of history and secret societies, we begin to confront a fundamental truth. These groups are not merely preserving knowledge or artifacts for the sake of history. They're actively shaping the course of human civilization. The secrets they guard, whether through hidden manuscripts, lost technologies, or ancient relics, are far more than just remnants of a forgotten age. These elements represent a deeper connection to the very forces that govern our world. The question we must now ask is, how far does their influence reach, and what are the true motives behind their desire to keep this knowledge hidden? Could it be that these societies are not simply guarding knowledge, but controlling its dissemination for a reason? Could it be that they possess an understanding of humanity's potential, one that, if unlocked, could change the trajectory of human history forever? The more we examine the role of secret societies, the clearer it becomes that they are not just guardians of the past. They are also players in the present and future. These organizations are not isolated or antiquated. They are deeply embedded in the structures that define the modern world. They exist at the intersections of power, influence, and control, weaving their threads through governments, corporations, and institutions that define the global landscape. In many ways, the very systems of control that shape our lives, economic, political, and even cultural, are influenced by these secret societies, whose members often occupy the highest positions in these spheres. What is it that these groups know, and why do they keep their secrets so well guarded? To answer these questions, we must explore the origins of these societies and the knowledge they protect. From the earliest civilizations, humans have sought to understand the deeper mysteries of existence. Whether it was the ancient Egyptians, the Sumerians, or the Greeks, each civilization developed a form of esoteric knowledge, spiritual teachings, sacred texts, and philosophical ideas that aim to explain the nature of the universe, the meaning of life, and humanity's place within the grand cosmic order. This knowledge, however, was not meant for the masses. It was reserved for the initiated, the elite few who were entrusted with the understanding of these deep mysteries. These societies, though often shrouded in secrecy, played a pivotal role in preserving this knowledge, passing it down through the ages, ensuring that it survived even in the face of persecution and destruction. But why was this knowledge kept hidden? The most common explanation is that it held the potential to transform society. The teachings contained in these ancient traditions were believed to hold the keys to understanding the universe and unlocking the powers of the mind and spirit. They were seen as dangerous because they had the potential to shift the balance of power in the world, overthrowing established hierarchies and dismantling systems of control. Those who held this knowledge understood that if it were to be widely disseminated, it could lead to a mass awakening, a spiritual revolution that would radically alter the structure of society. For the elites who controlled the status quo, this was an unacceptable outcome. Therefore, the knowledge was deliberately kept hidden, passed down only to a select few who were seen as worthy of understanding its deeper truths. One of the most striking aspects of these secret societies is the consistency of their message throughout history. From the ancient mystery schools of Egypt and Greece to the medieval Knights of the Templar and the secretive rituals of the Freemasons, these groups have been the custodians of a similar body of knowledge. The specifics of this knowledge have evolved over time, but the core principles remain remarkably consistent. They speak of the interconnectedness of all things, the existence of a higher order of reality, and the potential for human beings to transcend their material limitations and reach a higher state of consciousness. The knowledge these groups protect is not just about understanding the physical world. It is about understanding the spiritual laws that govern existence and tapping into a higher, more enlightened way of being. But as we dig deeper, we realize that this knowledge is not simply a philosophical or spiritual pursuit. It is also practical. The teachings of these secret societies contain practical tools for harnessing energy, manipulating matter, and unlocking the latent powers of the mind. The ancient texts and symbols that these groups have preserved are not just metaphysical musings. They are encoded with information that can be used to influence the physical world. Sacred geometry, alchemy, astrology, and other forms of esoteric knowledge are all part of this hidden tradition. These disciplines, though often dismissed by mainstream science and academia, contain deep insights into the workings of the universe, insights that have been used by the initiated to shape the course of history. The role of secret societies in shaping the world's most influential institutions is another key element in understanding their true purpose. These groups, whether through their influence on political leaders, financial institutions, or educational systems, have played a central role in shaping the modern world. Many of the world's greatest thinkers, from philosophers to scientists, have been deeply influenced by the teachings of these societies. The very foundations of Western civilization, democracy, the scientific method, and the concepts of individual liberty and rights, owe much to the ideas that were passed down through these secret groups. But what if the true purpose of these ideas was not just to advance human knowledge, but to create a system that could be controlled by a select few? This idea is particularly compelling when we consider the role of secret societies in the creation of global systems of finance and economics. The banking system, which has become the backbone of the modern world, was largely shaped by secret societies and their influence on the development of financial institutions. From the Rothschilds to the Freemasons, these groups played a central role in the creation of the global financial system, using their knowledge and influence to shape the economic landscape in their favor. What if this system was designed not just to create wealth, but to maintain control over the world's resources ensuring that power remains in the hands of a few elite families and organizations. The rise of modern corporations is another example of the power wielded by these secret societies. Many of the world's largest corporations, from multinational conglomerates to financial institutions, were founded by individuals who were deeply involved in secret societies. The structures of these companies, with their hierarchical and often opaque systems of control, mirror the secretive nature of the societies that helped create them. By maintaining control over the flow of information and knowledge, these organizations have been able to shape the global economy and influence the direction of technological and scientific advancements. But the influence of secret societies is not limited to the realms of politics and economics. These groups have also played a significant role in shaping the cultural and intellectual landscape of the modern world. The arts, literature, and even popular entertainment have all been influenced by the ideas and philosophies espoused by these societies. From the Renaissance to the Enlightenment, artists, writers, and thinkers have drawn inspiration from the hidden knowledge passed down through secret societies. Even today, the symbols, themes, and archetypes associated with these groups continue to permeate popular culture, often in subtle and unconscious ways. The themes of power, control, and hidden knowledge are central to many of the world's most influential films, books, and works of art. As we come closer to understanding the true purpose of these secret societies, we are forced to confront a difficult question. What does it mean for humanity to have access to this knowledge? If the knowledge they guard is so powerful, so transformative, what will happen if it is finally revealed to the public? Will humanity be able to handle the responsibility of such a revelation, or will it lead to chaos and destruction? The answer may lie in the wisdom of the initiates themselves. Throughout history, those who have guarded these secrets have not done so out of malice, but out of a deep understanding of the potential consequences of revealing such knowledge. They have known that humanity, in its current state, is not ready for the transformation that this knowledge could bring. However, the tide may be turning. As the world becomes more interconnected and information flows more freely, the barriers that once kept this knowledge hidden are slowly beginning to break down. The rise of the internet, the proliferation of alternative media, and the growing interest in esoteric traditions suggest that humanity may be on the brink of a spiritual awakening. The question now is not whether this knowledge will be revealed, but when and how. Will it be revealed in a way that leads to a peaceful awakening, or will it come in the form of a sudden shock to the system, one that leaves the world scrambling to make sense of the truth? As we stand on the precipice of this new era, one thing is certain. The secrets guarded by these societies are no longer as hidden as they once were. The time may be fast approaching when humanity will finally gain access to the knowledge that has been kept from us for so long, and when that day comes, the world will be forever changed. As we dig deeper into the labyrinth of secret societies and the artifacts they guard, it becomes increasingly apparent that these groups are not merely relics of the past, but vital players in shaping the course of the future. They are not simply holding on to lost knowledge, but rather keeping it in reserve, waiting for a time when humanity is ready to face the truth. This knowledge, encoded in ancient texts, hidden symbols, and powerful artifacts, holds the key not only to understanding the past, but also to unlocking the future. The mysteries they protect are not merely historical curiosities. They are potential blueprints for a new way of life, a higher understanding of the universe and our place within it. But why is this knowledge kept so guarded, and who truly stands to benefit from its eventual revelation? The answers to these questions are not simple. They are intertwined with the very forces that have shaped human history and continue to influence the world today. One of the most compelling aspects of secret societies is their ability to keep these truths hidden from the general public, often for centuries. It is as if they are holding on to knowledge that humanity is not yet ready to comprehend, or perhaps is too dangerous for us to know. But why would this knowledge be dangerous? What makes it so powerful that it must be protected at all costs? To understand this, we must first recognize that the knowledge guarded by these secret societies is not just intellectual. It is spiritual, philosophical, and even metaphysical. It contains teachings that transcend the material world, offering insights into the deeper workings of the universe and the hidden forces that govern existence. It is knowledge that could potentially awaken humanity to its full potential, a potential that has been kept dormant for millennia. However, awakening to such knowledge may require a shift in consciousness so profound that it could destabilize the very foundations of modern society. The more we examine the role of these secret groups, the more we come to realize that their influence extends far beyond mere historical preservation. These societies, with their vast networks and secret rituals, are not just focused on keeping knowledge hidden. They are actively shaping the future of humanity. This is not a passive act. It is an orchestrated effort, carefully controlled and guided, with the goal of preparing humanity for a future that we cannot yet fully grasp. But what is this future? What do these secret societies know that the rest of us don't? The answer, perhaps, lies in the very artifacts they protect. These relics, often dismissed as mere curiosities by mainstream historians, are believed to hold the keys to understanding the deepest mysteries of existence. Throughout history, civilizations have sought to unlock the secrets of the universe. Whether it was the ancient Egyptians who constructed massive pyramids aligned with the stars, or the Sumerians who developed advanced systems of mathematics and astronomy, humanity has long been on a quest for knowledge that transcends the ordinary. This pursuit of understanding was not limited to the material world. It was always intertwined with spirituality and metaphysics. The knowledge of the ancients was not just about manipulating the physical world, but about understanding the laws that govern reality itself. In many cases, this knowledge was seen as sacred, hidden away in temples, crypts, and libraries, far beyond the reach of ordinary people. Those who were entrusted with this knowledge were often part of secret societies, organizations that maintained an exclusive grip on the teachings of the ancients. These ancient teachings were not just intellectual exercises. They were meant to guide humanity toward a higher state of being. The knowledge they contained was seen as a roadmap to spiritual ascension, a path that could lead individuals to a deeper understanding of their connection to the universe. But the potential for such enlightenment was not universally accepted. To those who held power in the material world, the idea of a spiritual awakening was a threat. Such knowledge, if revealed to the masses, could lead to a shift in consciousness so profound that it would disrupt the very fabric of society. If humanity were to understand the true nature of existence, the false divisions between people, nations, and ideologies could dissolve, leading to a world where cooperation, unity, and spiritual growth became the guiding principles of human civilization. This is why the guardians of these ancient teachings have worked tirelessly to keep this knowledge hidden, because they understand that its revelation could change everything. The artifacts that these secret societies guard, whether it's the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, or the lost treasure of the Templars, are believed to be symbols of this hidden knowledge. They are not just objects of historical significance, but keys to unlocking a deeper understanding of reality. These artifacts are often thought to hold mystical properties, imbued with the energy of the ancients, and capable of revealing the secrets of the universe to those who are worthy. But the question remains, who are the worthy? Who decides who is ready to receive this knowledge? The answer, it seems, lies with the secret societies themselves. Through their rituals and initiations, these groups determine who is worthy of learning the deeper mysteries of existence. It is not a process of mere academic study. It is a process of spiritual purification, one that prepares individuals to handle the weight of this knowledge without being overwhelmed by its power.